Okay everyone, just a quick video on horn relocation on Gen 3 MT09. You might want to move it because it's unsightly, or you might be wanting to put on a steering dampener like I'll be doing in the next few days, which I will try and video. Anyway, a lot of people have put them in different spots, which is fine, but I decided to put it down here. There's a bit of metal sticking out down there on the engine, and I just bolted it to there. So quickly, only a quick video, I'm not going to get into the whole process, but what you want to do is take off this front part, as you'll see in other people's videos, which is one bolt there, then 4 bolts, 2 on each side, 2 there, 2 there. The whole thing easily just slides off, and then there'll be a headlight clip, which, yeah, I had to use a tiny screwdriver to unclip the clip because it wouldn't come off. So, and then that whole front part just comes off, and then you can go about taking the horn off from there. And then what I did was just pulled apart the plastics a little bit and pulled the cable out to the top. I then rerouted the cable down there. I followed the sort of harness that was already there, run it down there, and then I took off this radiator guard. So take the radiator guard off. There's 2 little plastic screws there, like the little Phillips head screws. Take them out and then pull them out. Pretty crappy design. I've put back in the old push plug type, but that's the type that comes with it, which I think, in my opinion, are hopeless. But the bottom one worked. Anyway, I had to replace that one because the other one was just crap. So what I've done from there, that's a cable there. I've fed the cable along where the other cabling runs for the O2 sensor. So just run it down here, and then you can see it here with the O2 sensor wire. I just run it down there, follow down the coolant hose, and then I can plug it in. Now what I use for extension wire, there's a couple of ways you can do it, but I just found an old electronics connector cable or power cable, and just cut off there and there, and ended up with a perfect cable with a nice amperage cable inside. So just strip that down, and I just cut the 2 spade connectors off, and then made my own, and then soldered up here, and then just run it down to there, and then I re-soldered the 2 connectors that go into the horn back on. But what you can do, if you want to just make an extension cable, you can buy yourself a packet of these spade connectors, and then you can always put it back to factory settings if you want, or factory horn location. But I didn't. I like to solder my connections. If you don't know how to solder, just watch a video on it. I'm sure there's plenty of YouTube soldering videos. But yeah, and it came out quite neat. And yeah, as I said, I just put the horn on that little metal bracket there that came off the engine block. So hopefully the engine heat doesn't break the horn or anything like that. But yeah, I think it's quite neat, and happy with that.